everyone, welcome back to my channel. This is another journal, junk journal that I've created that's going to go into my Etsy shop today. This is an extremely old, I'm not sure how old, I couldn't find any dates on it, but just by looking at the cover of it, and you'll see more in a minute, I think it's got to be 18th sort of century. This journal is all in neutrals with antique and vintage lace. This is some just sari silk just to hold it together. As you can see, there's lace here on the back. There are some, you can see just a tiny bit glue marks underneath, but it doesn't detract from it all. I don't know if you can see here the handmade stitching. So if you open the book on the first page, this is what I mean. You can see how old it is. I can't actually take this off to look at the cover. It won't come off, and I'm not forcing it off, but it's so beautiful, beautifully hand stitched in some old silk cotton. So there's a hidden spine inside just to keep from damaging the spine and keeping it as much intact as possible. So the height of this journal, let me just get my ruler, is approximately 8.5 inches. The width is 6 inches and the spine is about 2 inches. It is a very full journal, but the cover is flexible, so it makes it, you can squidge it down a bit. There are 4 signatures inside, hand sewn in, with approximately about 200 pages, both sides, as in sort of 1, 2, like that. But obviously not all journaling writing space, but there is additional paper in there to give you more space. So this is the first page of it. You'll see throughout some antique lace to decorate. Obviously some old antique and vintage book pages, as well as this, for example, which is some old sort of document type paper from the 18th century. Throughout there are some tags, which you can journal on the back. There's also some old postcards. Can't see the date on that one. That's a baby coming out of an egg. How beautiful. Old papers. This is from a Prudential Assurance Company. Again, no date, but I believe it to be vintage. Another beautiful old photograph with a postcard in that little tuck. There are some vintage and antique photographs, plus some photos like this that I have printed and aged from printable downloads. This is some printed vellum. It just adds to the texture and the diversity of the journal. This is a large tag journaling card. Just tucks in under there. This is some really old 18th century Italian rag paper, just beautiful. Pocket with some ephemera. There's an old black and white negative there, and just some journaling paper that's either original ledger paper, document paper, or it's coffee dyed paper. Again, that's some of the original document, 1867, that is. You'll find some of these throughout as well, some real ephemera. That's an old 1881 invoice. Another beautiful photograph. That is a printed one from a digital download. There are some stamps that I've put in throughout, just randomly put in there. This is from the most beautiful, I'll show you. This is just such a lovely little prayer journal, which is so precious. And I think there's 2 or 3 pages in there throughout with some beautiful prayers on. Some more ephemera and a photograph. That's an original. Some journaling paper on some handmade paper there. Again, original document paper. The colours are beautiful throughout. They're all matching. There's nothing of any colour in here. It's all in the neutrals. This journal I've had in my stash for probably 6 months, and just couldn't decide whether I could let it go or not. I just think it's beautiful, and some of the pages in here are just stunning. But I hoard so many things that if I can bring some love to someone with this journal, that would make me just as happy. It's just so beautiful. Some more original ephemera there. That looks like it's a receipt, 1939. The book pages are from vintage and antique books. This one is from a poetry book. There's tags, like I said, throughout to be able to write on or use as bookmarks. There's the other side of that Italian rag paper, again with a bookmark just tucked in there.